What is going on out there, peeps? All right. Man, I'm still just a little bit tired. I have been watching the markets nonstop. It's been really crazy as far as precious metals. Well, I saw a lot of action on night trading. I'm curious how that is going to transfer over into the day. In case you guys were sleeping on a job, that's okay. I'll keep you informed here. If you're thinking about buying precious metals, give a consideration to our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange. The link is down in the description. If you are a first-time buyer in the United States or Puerto Rico and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you'll get a free half ounce of silver. So what's going on with a lot of these silver retailers? Most are out of silver right now. Right now, Money Metals still has gold available. So here's the thing. I was listening to these a panel of experts last night. They're saying if the price of silver keeps going up, obviously you're going to see some movement also on gold. But if silver gets to a certain price, they are expecting a revaluation of gold. So they expecting if gold can't keep up that, they will just revalue gold. So, but I'm not going to tell you what they were. They were their guesstimations on how much seemed a little bit ridiculous to me. But they are the experts. But they had some pretty high numbers as far as where they thought the value of gold was going to go, if in fact all of us behind this Reddit push to keep pushing the value of silver up continues to go. So I felt good about the fact that I'm holding gold. So I want to encourage you guys, if you're not, if you're thinking about it, maybe pick up a little gold to go along with your silver. But right now, it seems like everybody is pretty much out. I believe Money Metals has put in the orders early this morning. So we should see them getting stocked back up here shortly. But they're not the only ones. Let me show you where we are. Well, no, I'm going to wait and save that a little bit. You guys know we got Pimpy's Investment Chat. It's the same name as the YouTube channel. Over here, we do talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. All right? I encourage you guys to come join us over here. It's free to do so. You guys know I got LBRY. LBRY is just like YouTube without all the censoring and all the other fun-loving stuff that they do to us, including edit videos. All right? So all my videos have been moved over to here. And you're more than welcome to come check them out over here. And I believe they give you cryptocurrencies just for checking them out. All right, so here's what's going on in the markets. Let me just refresh this real quick. I can tell you on Friday by closing, silver's at 27.03 or oh 08. I don't know what it was. So $27.03 or 8 cents is where it was. Okay. So last night I was watching it, and it got up there into the $29 range. But since opening this morning, let's take a look real quick where we are, and then also take a look at what's going on with cryptocurrencies, because I was watching some interesting things happen to cryptocurrencies last night that caught my attention. And we'll go over that here in just a second. But yeah, gold and silver right now, there is a frenzy. This is a worldwide movement. Everybody is talking about it everywhere. Last night on YouTube, every channel had some kind of live show going, talking about this move on silver. And we're going to talk about it because in order for it to be successful, in order for it to really be done and drive up the value really high, there's a couple of things we got to know about this, okay? Look at silver is above $30. You're looking at a $3 increase. That says $3.25. $3.25. Just like that, it's up $3. Now, I remember in July when silver hit $29 and everybody bought silver. So I know right now you're happy if you held on to your silver. You know what I mean? You at least regain your investment, because when it dropped down a little bit, people were still waiting for the big run. So hopefully you guys didn't do anything with your silver. It's just sitting there and we could just watch it accumulate. So $30, that's where the push is so far. I believe the trigger for a reset is $35. Let's see if that is true. Where will it hit today? I don't know. But listen to some of the people last night. They were saying, if silver, right now, here's what's hurting us, is the retail supply. There's not a lot of it. All right. So as we go through this movement, you got to be patient. I told you it's going to be a gradual thing. So think supply and demand. So as the retailers, we're not exactly prepared for this. They didn't, you know what I mean? They might have heard that this was going to happen, but I don't think anybody was prepared to deal with the wave of people buying silver. All right? The premiums on silver are about 33%. See where it says silver $30? Let me show you some. I'm just going to give you a quick example over here. I was going around making comparisons. Look at this is Ant Mix. $43.25 an ounce. Look at that. But let's go on the inside, see if it's a little bit cheaper for, nope, that's if you just 1 through, look at, so if you only buy 1 through 19 ounces, it's $44. Yeah. In order for you to get this discount or for to get this price, you have to buy over 1,500 of them. So technically, it's actually $44.76. That's where they are sitting at now. All right. So, and they have a couple in stock, but the premiums, that's outstanding. But guess what? People will pay them. They absolutely will pay them. All right. So, also, I'm gonna go peek at Money Metals now. Again, at least they have some in supplies, but you're paying, wow, man, $10 to $15 over spot, man. That's crazy. That is crazy. But guess what's gonna happen? People will do it. So let's take a look at here. I had not checked this, so here we go together. I know they're out of stock. I don't know if they need to reset their price or not still, but it looks to me like $39.90 for 1 through 39. So you're saving about $5 per ounce when it comes to Money Metals, all right? So we're going to keep an eye on that. But again, they still have gold in stock. Yeah, the premiums are ridiculous right now. This is the video I was watching last night. It's been on for hours. So 15 hours now, and you could see them. Look at it, 29.48. You could see them monitoring the silver rally. So yeah, I was watching it for a long time. Okay. The thing with cryptocurrencies, man, they all took a nosedive yesterday, except for one. Well, two. XRP and XLM had a little bit of a run. As a matter of fact, XRP got up to 58 cents. I was like, okay, I see it. Nice. So again, I said the other day that it wasn't on Coinbase, and I don't think it was on any platform that I was aware of. So some people in their group said that it is out there available on other platforms. I said, okay, well, if you're, smart enough to jump on it, then you could have jumped on it. But look at it, went from 58 cents already down to 44 cents. That's 14-cent drop. So it's a 10%. Look at it, 10% loss already for the day. Okay. So, yeah, I think a lot of people, what you were seeing happen here, you want to see why this is exactly what I was talking about. So my biggest fear was that as gold and silver were stagnant, they were just running horizontal as far as value was concerned. We saw cryptocurrencies running like a bat out of hell. My concern is that people would start selling their silver, run around and dump it into cryptocurrencies. And that's why you were seeing part of this run. They were just bored. They wanted to see some action. Okay? Now it looks like it's going the other way around. Most likely people are using their cryptocurrencies because you can buy precious metals from Money Metals Exchange using cryptocurrencies. And for those you didn't know, all right? So they allow various different cryptocurrencies to be used, most likely the big ones, Bitcoin, Ethereum. But nonetheless, this is my guess on what's happening here and why we're seeing, a little bit of a drop on the values of cryptocurrencies. People are using them to buy precious metals. So it's going the other way now. Okay, so I saw this article, and of course, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Stop the fixation with Bitcoin and invest in Ethereum. Yep, this article is a great article. It goes on in detail why it is you should buy Ethereum and nothing else. It said the recent surge in popularity of cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, has sparked an increase in other cryptocurrency prices. Right now, Ether is the second most valuable altcoin and is up roughly 100% in the past month. So, Ethereum, remember I was telling you, there's no use for Bitcoin. It has no use. I mean, you can still do transactions with them as far as purchasing is concerned, but nothing else. I said Ethereum has all kinds of projects going on, and they seem to be covering every aspect in every industry. The use cases for Ethereum outweigh all other cryptocurrencies out there. As a matter of fact, they built a platform that's unmatched, and it's the platform that they built now. Other cryptocurrencies are forced to alter how they're being designed so that they can fit on the Ethereum platform. So anyways, it goes on here to talk about, look, Bitcoin will always be popular. It's the granddaddy of them all. It's the first one out there, and everybody sees that it's got a high value, and everybody has that dream of becoming rich. But I'm telling you, if you're going to stay in the realm of cryptocurrencies, then stick to Ethereum. It's just a matter of time before Ethereum actually passes up Bitcoin. Again, Bitcoin has no case uses. Okay? And nobody can match right now what Ethereum is doing. So it says in here, while Bitcoin is just a digital currency, Ethereum essentially is a programmable smart contract platform. The Bitcoin blockchain facilitates the storage, validation, and replication of transactional data, but the Ether platform is unique as it allows its users to run computer code termed a smart contracts. These contracts are useful for more or less any financial transaction, hence Ether eliminates the need for a middleman or intermediary in financial transactions, potentially disrupting several industries. Of course it will. I told you guys when we looked at cryptocurrencies, Ether outperformed all other currencies, period. They had like 450 something percent since the beginning of last year. So future growth in the value of Ether currency is a simple matter of supply and demand. A set amount of coins is put in each year with no hard cap on its issuance. The currency's growth rate is therefore virtually at zero. In the next few years, this issuance rate is likely to be even lower than Bitcoin's. So that's what you want. Think supply and demand. You want a scarcity. There are two main factors in constriction of supply. First, the popularity of decentralized financial apps is rising. Therefore, more Ether is getting locked up for the smart contract usage. The new Ethereum platform called Ethereum 2.0 will require its users to lock up a certain amount of Ether as collateral. So another element is the Ether 2.0 implementation is that it will lead to an increase in platform's network value. The new platform will have fewer scalability problems and more extensive features set and will abandon the need for proof of work. Staking will also allow users to earn returns from holding your coins. So banks usually pay somewhere between, I don't know, man, a half percent to maybe 1% for keeping your money in the bank. No, the Ethereum, they're going to be paying, I think they said somewhere between 6 and 8% per year. So no banks are going to be able to compete with the Ethereum. It's just not going to happen. So anyways, it says, moreover, it also enables the currency to become a carry asset, supporting its function as a value of store. Okay, good. But it goes on here, and I won't get too much into it because I don't want to bore you with it. But look, it talks about the smart contracts and where it is projected to go. So this is good. It says, bottom line on Ethereum. Ethereum is a unique, powerful platform that is tailor-made for a variety of financial projects. I told you there was a ton of them. Not only that, they're building where you could do, I told you guys, there's something to do with medical insurance, something to do with auto insurance, and all the other stuff. So they have a ton of use cases. Ethereum, yeah, definitely in my opinion, eventually is just going to take over Bitcoin because Bitcoin wasn't made to last. Its purpose was to just get out there and be used, test things out. It's there's no use case for it. There really isn't. It's just popular because its name and the reputation that it has. But if I was going to stay into cryptocurrencies, then it definitely would be Ethereum. All right. So let that one sink in just a little bit. I've been saying that now for months. All right. So what is going on with silver? We know there's a bunch of buzz going on. We know that the silver is going up. That's because the Reddit crew may find commodities harder to roll after rolling silver. Okay. So here's the thing, rolling. So Reddit put out that they're going to push silver from $25 up to $1,000, and they've been successful so far. Successful in drumming up the buzz. But this goes on to talk about what I said was going to happen. If you think supply and demand, and the fact that the bullion banks are not going to be too cooperative when it comes to making this push to $1,000 easy for us. there are a lot more mechanisms involved. Okay, this article goes on to talk about this is going to be, so it's up to these people, everybody that's involved in this push with silver. They're telling us, look, if you really want to do this, you're going to have to be a little patient, because the way the silver market is managed, we have to continuously put pressure on the market. And there, people are like, what about derivatives and stuff like that? No, they want you to buy physical silver. Don't get me wrong. They targeted a specific stock, and that just started it. But once they were in the gate, all hell broke loose. Signs that the silver market was about to get hit by GameStop short squeeze. By the way, I believe the Reddit group was forced to take down this group with all these investors, or they made it private, one of the two. I think they actually took it down. Well, they took it down on Facebook. I know that. Twitter as well. They said because it was hate speech. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. See, again, these are the top 1%ers, these tech companies censoring what we can see and can't see. And all they have to do is just say it's hate speech and take it off. It's not hate speech. You see, these billionaires, these so-called elites, don't like you getting rich. They like you poor and desperate and wanting. We saw what happened at GameStop. They screwed everybody over. Now they're going, oh, we're going to get in there and we're going to investigate. They're going to act like they're going to actually do something. That's what they always do, but they're going to do nothing. That's what's going to happen. You see, they're all talk and puff. Their job is to protect their rich friends, and in return, they get bribes. They become millionaires, serving us in office and screwing us over. So although everybody's going, wow, we're calling for an investigation, they're not going to do anything. Trust me. It's up to the people. So what you do, I'd be pissed at Robinhood. So there's 2 class action lawsuits. Join if you were affected by this. And 2, leave Robinhood and go to another platform. You keep doing that. If you keep taking your business away and joining in lawsuits, that will send a message. Basically, just close Robinhood down. There's no need for them. We know they are a sellout to the elite. Nonetheless, back on silver over here, because this is big. So, a while back, about 10 years ago, Max Kaiser had this push to try to bankrupt JP Morgan. He had saw that they'd done some, a big short on shorting the market, and he wanted everybody to buy at least 1 ounce of gold. What would happen is it would cause the value of silver, 1 ounce of silver. What would happen is what we're seeing here. It would drive up the value of silver and essentially bankrupt JP Morgan, who would not have the money to cover the shorts. Well, that's kind of what's happening now. I believe there's 8 banks out there who have put out some shorts. JP Morgan, for some reason, they have some shorts out there, but not very much, not very many. I mean, they're not, which is unusual. So this is another reason why I think this time around JP Morgan will stay out of the way. And the reason why we got to be worried about them, they own 1/3 of all gold that has been mined. 1/3, mind you. So they have enough gold that if they want to, affect the market with silver. I keep saying gold. Silver. They have 1/3 of all the silver. If they want to affect the silver market, all I have to do is dump a lot of these ounces onto the market, and then it will saturate the market. But to me, my thought is, if you do that and we keep pushing regardless of the drop, and we pick up that inventory, they would greatly regret that. So, but on the other hand, if JP Morgan was smart, they would just sit back and let this happen and let the value go up because they gain. Okay? We'll see what happens, but I'm pretty happy about where we're going so far. Like I said, last night during night trading, it did get up to $29. And then, where are we at right now? Let's take a look. I know it's right there, but I have to refresh it. Yep, still, so look, it dropped down a little bit there. So basically it dropped down a whole whopping $1 so far. So it's going up and down. That's not surprising at all. So we'll keep an eye on the market. I know right now there is a lot of meetings going on about what they need to do to prevent this push from happening. So anyways, it goes on here, and there's a strategy. It says the strategy would be overstating things. At 8:30 in New York time on Thursday, day traders bent on teaching some banks lessons began flooding iShares Silver's trust. Their buying drove up prices on the underlying metal by as much as 6.8%. That's not too bad. The most since August. And just like that, the ETS became the Trojan horse that helped the Reddit hordes break through the gate of the commodities world for the first time since the beginning upending equities. Since they began upending equities, my bad. It rippled across the entire silver complex. Miners of the metal rallied. Futures gained. A record 3.1 million iShares in Silver Trust option contracts traded. The volatility was unlike anything James Colvin, a commodities market consultant with over 2 decades of experience in precious metals, had ever seen. He says mind-boggling, breathtaking. Yeah, of course it was. So it says at least one person on the Wall Street board made a note of the mob's move beyond stocks for the first time, just hours ahead of the run-up. Someone posted the market would go catatonic if the Wall Street brokers sparked a short squeeze on a commodity. Go for it. So it's the market manipulators has been the rally cry of conspiracy theorists going on for decades. Yes, I agree with that. With their consistent rallies against banks and big government colluding to mask inflation, it was only a matter of time before they and retail investors raging against the financial machine joined forces. So yeah, of course they manipulate the value of that. That's the thing. The government, you see how they said this? The government and Wall Street and bankers. I told you they're all part of the same corrupt family. And then you include in there their bullshit media friends. Okay? So we are definitely fighting against the machine, if you get my drift. So we already saw what they did at GameStop. They interfered. They kept people from being able to do transactions on Robinhood and shares. This then allowed them to drive the price back down. People lost gains. This is why there's class action suits. And then it drove the price down, and these hedge fund groups were able to recover a big portion of the money they had lost from that rally. Again, all they did is the hedge funds peoples reach out to their political friends. They make a phone call to the White House. They say stop or else, and it works. Told you, we should be getting upset. People are doing class action shoots, but this is, we've been seeing one thing. Let me tell you something. Biden has not been in office that long, maybe a couple of weeks. And every damn day we've seen one other type of corruption after another exposed. See, these Congress people all talk a good game. Yeah, we're mad. Yeah, they do nothing. We're going to hold some hearings. Yeah, what did we learn under the Trump administration? All those hearings amounted up to dick. Nothing. They didn't do shit. Nobody got convicted for the attempted coup against Trump. Nobody got convicted for lying to the courts. One guy got convicted for altering the email, and all he got was 400 hours of community service and 1 year probation. That's it. That should have been 20 years. So that shows you what it is, the power that the government has. They don't give a shit. They don't care about you. They never did. They only care about their own selves. So I keep reminding you in times like this, that our amendment allows us the right to abolish the current government, establish a new one whenever we feel that the powers that be are no longer good stewards of our Constitution, and they're no longer there for us and only there for their selfish gains. Anyways, if you go down here, it talks about how, we have to be careful because this isn't like stocks. What will happen is they're concerned is that people would get bored over time, because the way this is going to work, in order for it to be successful, we're going to be moving at one time semi-quick as far as the supplies and the value of this, the silver going up. and then there will be like a delay as adjustments are made and people are picking up their inventory. Then we got to do it again. But again, keep in mind, there are a lot of people relying on the bullion banker. So I'll leave this article because it's important for you to go through here and see what the hurdles are going to be. I think we could, at the very minimum, drive it up to $50 is what I'm anticipating. Can we get it as high as 1,000? That will take a lot of patience and a lot of work by all of us. If we keep clearing out what the retailers have, think supply and demand. Okay? So, the other thing is, as the value of silver goes up, it starts to become no longer affordable for people who especially are out of work because of the Rona. So after a while, our force out there, our little army of people trying to make this happen, starts to dwindle down because it gets to a point where less and less people can actually afford it. So as much as I would love to see it go to 1,000 or even get to where its proper value is, if you look at the debt clock, I'm just going to be more grounded. I'm going to be more conservative on my thoughts on where this can go. But we need this to get up closer to $31 for it to really take off, because it gets to 30. I'm anticipating these people crushing this silver down, but I'm not falling for it. Think supply and demand, you guys. So in order for you to take part in this movement, what we want to see happen is, if you can, you, loved ones, friends, anybody, just encourage them to at least buy 1 ounce of silver. I prefer it's at Money Metals if you can, but you can go anywhere because it does help. Okay, you guys? All right, so that's it for now. Like I said, I was watching the markets last night. It was pretty crazy to watch it go from 27 to 28 to 29. Still this morning going, it got up above 30. So we'll see where we are at the end of the day. And everybody should be replenishing their supplies. So I expect there will be some silver available with Money Metals as well as other websites. So just keep an eye out on it. But there is gold. Again, I want to emphasize to you people that there is gold. And if the silver demand somehow triggers the reset of gold, like these experts think it's going to happen, some of the prices seem pretty ridiculous. But one guy thinks that the very first stop it'd be reset to about $5,000. I was like, nice. That'd be nice. That would be the first major hurdle, or not major hurdle, but the first setting. And so I don't know if that's true. They are experts. I don't know. But again, I've been listening to videos and broadcasts all night, and I think my head's going to explode with information. So hang tight, you guys. Just keep doing your part if you can. Go to your local stores if you have to. Go to your gold and silver dealers, okay? And just keep pushing. So I'm doing my part. You do your part. Let's do this together, all right? That's it for now, man. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, help us out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later.